For survivors and families, the work of laying the victims to rest continues.
It's an agonizing process that is far from over. CBS 4's Rielle Creighton is live in Fort Lauderdale with that part of our coverage. Rielle.
Well, this is another funeral in a week of so many funerals happening at this church behind me right now. This is a very tiny church, a small, tight-knit congregation that out of 3,000 students in that school had 2 that were affected by this tragedy. Today, there are a whole lot of people gathered here to say their final goodbye to Alaina Petty. Family and friends filing into a small church in Coral Springs, a very big crowd.
She was a terrific young lady, and we're very saddened for her, for her family.
Heartbreak and anguish for a funeral service for a 14-year-old.
It's very inspiring to see so many people here today in support of Alaina and her family.
Alaina Petty, a freshman at Marjory Stoneman Douglas, among the 17 victims who lost their lives last Wednesday at school. For a family, for her parents, deeply rooted in faith, in their only public statement saying, while we will not have the opportunity to watch her grow and become the amazing woman that we know she would become, we are keeping an eternal perspective. We are grateful that Alaina is part of our eternal family, and we will reunite with her. The girl who spent countless hours serving others, rushing to help those impacted by Hurricane Irma, and loved being part of the JROTC at her high school. At Stoneman Douglas, her name now among the crosses and stars, surrounded by flowers as a community mourns together. Of her, her family says, it is impossible to sum up all that Alaina was and meant to her family and friends. Alaina was a vibrant and determined young woman, loved by all who knew her. Alaina was the youngest of 3 siblings. She also had a brother who was in school at the time, but he made it out safely. Meantime, miles away from here, there is another funeral service for 15-year-old Luke Hoyer. The other victim, Maddie Wilford, who attended this church, is still in the hospital. She survived the shooting, and she is expected to live. We're live in Coral Springs. Rielle Creighton, CBS 4 News.